here at the Kingdom Arena in... It's Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes. Up against them, Zhang Zheli. So here comes the man nicknamed the Big Bang, and you don't need me to tell you why. One of the heaviest hitters in the heavyweight division.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Zhou, China, introducing the Big Bang, Zhang Zheli.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry. When there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's heart involved, that's when you get a good fight, one-on-one.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. How about that time counter shot? He misses with that straight left. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. The right hook misses. Counter shot. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Punching. That counter punch caught him clean. They are giving us a high-tempo show. A perfect counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Nice counter. Competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. And there's the bell to start round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Catch and shoot. Misses with the straight left. Counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light, concentrate.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Through the straight left, but it won't score. Big whiff with the right hook. You don't want to trade shots. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Fight that round. Don't worry about that round. Just keep them on the other end of that jab, and you're getting your timing. Forget about that round.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Nobody home with that hook. Beautiful counter shot. The right hook just missed. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. They both want the knockout. That hook just can't find the target. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to
Switched up what he's doing. I need you to focus.
There's the bell for round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Defense is not an option for these two. Those counter punches have to hurt. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Counter punch right up the middle. Blocks the left uppercut. swing and a miss with that jab. Misses with the straight left. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Stamina is off the charts. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell,
There's the bell for round 6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Neither fighter willing to slow down. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Insane action. Nice counter shot. That uppercut does not score. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally. And there's the bell for round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Oh my word, down goes RJJ. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four, five. Give me your glove.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge. And there's the bell for round 8. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Beautiful counter punch. That left hook is blocked. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? An amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Are you okay? You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.